Hello student, today we are going to discuss applications of complex integration to find the real integrations. Um, if the given integration in the form of f1x upon f2x dx in limit from minus infinity to plus infinity, or 0 to infinity f1x upon f2x dx, and this function is even function. In that case, we can find out the integrations of this by complex integration. For finding using the complex integration, there are the two conditions. Condition number one, this f2x, that means denominator has no real root, only imaginary root should be there. F2x should be only the imaginary root. And condition number two, the degree of f2x is greater than that of f1x by at least degree 2. The degree of this should be greater than degree 2 by nominator, that means f1x. If these two conditions satisfied and integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, in that case we can find out the integrations using complex integral. Right? How can we find out using complex integral? Just see here. Let us suppose this is a line, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. We have a contour, this one. This is A to B, A, O, B, like this. This is the contour, and we say B, C, R, A, and A to O, B, like this. Right? If we write the integration of this one, let us suppose this f1x upon f2x is fx. Fx is equal to f1x upon f2x. Let us suppose fx is equal to f1x upon f2x. Then integration of this, complex integration of this on contour C, fz dz. Fz dz can be defined as integration on this CR plus integration on AOB. So I write this integration C fz dz is equal to integrations of CR plus integrations on AOB. And you can see that on AOB, the value of y is equal to 0. If y is equal to 0 and z is equal to x plus iy, that means z equal to x. So we get z equal to x and dz equal to dx. Right? So this integration, first integration we write this integration CR fz dz plus, and here we can write this minus r to r. This is, we can write this minus of r to r fx dx. Right? Minus r to r, limit is minus r to r fx dx, because z is equal to x and dz equal to dx. Clear? When we take limit r tending to infinity both sides, what happens if we take r tending to infinity both sides? This C, closed path C, will convert as the upper half of the plane, upper half of the x-axis. This left hand side will convert as the upper half of the plane, upper half of the x-axis, and right hand side we can write this limit r tending to infinity CR fz dz, and this one is minus r to r fx dx is minus infinity to infinity fx dx, right? And this, the first integration, this one, this always tending to 0. When r tending to infinity, this integration always tending to 0. So we get from here minus infinity to infinity fx dx will be equal to integration on C fz dz, where C is the upper half of the plane, upper half of the x-axis, right? Let us take one example. Evaluate the integration minus infinity to infinity x square upon x square plus 1 whole square dx. As we studied earlier, that we can write this integration on C z square upon z square plus 1 whole square dz will be equal to integration on CR z square upon z square plus 1 whole square dz plus minus r to r x square upon x square plus 1 whole square dx. As we just discussed here earlier, we can write this integration equal to this one. When this r tending to 0, this part is 0. This part is tending to 0 always. We can write this integration C z square upon z square plus 1 whole square dz will be equal to 0 plus minus infinity to infinity x square upon x square plus 1 whole square dx. Right? So always we can write this integration equal to this one. Minus infinity to infinity fx dx can be written as integration C fz dz. where C is the upper half of the plane. We get from here minus infinity to infinity x square upon x square plus 1 whole square dx will be equal to integration of C z square upon z square plus 1 whole square dz, where C is the upper half of the plane, right? Now we will find out the value of this integration using residue theorem. First we find out the singularity and then we will find out the residue. And we will take the singularity which lie on the upper half of the plane, upper half of the this one, right? For positive y-axis, right? So if we put denominator equal to 0, we get z square plus 1 whole square is equal to 0. So z square is equal to minus 1, that means z equal to plus minus I. And power is 2, that means we can write z equal to plus minus I and plus minus I. We can say this both the singularity are pole of order 2. Because their power is 2, repetition, that means pole of order 2. So z equal to I lie, or pole of order 2 lie in the upper half plane. Only z equal to I lie here and z equal to minus I, that is outside the given region. For z equal to I, we have to find out the residue, and residue formula for residue is 1 upon factor of m minus 1 limit z tending to I dy dz m minus 1 time derivative of m minus 1 time, and this z minus I whole power this m and f of z, this one, right? And we put the value here, the limit z tending to I 1 upon factor 1 dy dz z minus I का whole square into z square upon z minus I का whole square z plus I का whole square. The z minus I whole square cancel out by this one z minus I whole square. We get dy dz of z square upon z plus I का whole square. So we take the differentiation of this one using the denominator rule, z plus I का whole square, the denominator is square, denominator z plus I square, derivative of z square is 2z, this is 2z minus numerator z square, and derivative of z plus I whole square is 2 times of z plus I. Taking 2z z plus I as common, we get from first term z plus I, and from second term we get only z. The z to z cancel out, and the z plus 1 to this power we get power 3. So we get from here limit z tending to I 2z I upon z plus I की power 3. Put z equal to I here, so we get 2I square upon 2I की power cube. From here we get minus 1 upon 4I. So value of this integration can be obtained by the using the Cauchy residue theorem. What is the Cauchy residue theorem? Cauchy residue theorem says that the value of integration will be equal to 2 pi I into sum of residue, right? And of the pole which lie in the given region. And here the only one pole, that is z equal to I, lie in the given region, and residue is equal to minus 1 upon 4I. So value is, the answer is equal to 2 pi I into minus 1 upon 4I, that is equal to pi by 2. So by this first relation we can write this value of integration, this is equal to pi by 2. So we can say minus infinity to infinity x square upon x square plus 1 whole square dx will be equal to pi by 2. Now we take another example. Evaluate the integration 0 to infinity dx upon a square plus x square whole square. Here fx is equal to 1 upon a square plus x square whole square. You can see the given function is a even function. So we can write that this integration will be equal to 1 upon 2 minus infinity to infinity dx upon a square plus x square whole square. Because if we just open this integration, we get 2 times of this one. And 2 to 2 cancel out, we get 0 to infinity dx upon a square plus x square whole square. Whenever this type of question is given, always the function will be even function. That's why we can write always 1 upon 2 minus infinity to infinity fx dx, right? Now as we just discussed earlier, we can write this minus infinity to infinity dx upon a square plus x square whole square dx will be equal to integration c dz upon a square plus z square whole square, where C is the upper half of the given plane. So for finding the solutions of this one, put the denominator equal to 0, a square plus z square whole square equal to 0, we get z equal to plus minus ai and plus minus ai. Here z equal to ai, pole of order 2 lie in the upper half plane, and minus ai will be lower part of the plane. So we will take only z equal to ai as the singularity in the given region. First we find out the residue. The residue at z equal to ai can be find out by the formula 1 upon factor of m minus 1 limit z tending to ai m minus 1 time differentiation with respect to z minus ai की power m f of z. This is the formula for pole of order m. So put here value of m is equal to 2, so 2 minus 1 1 upon factorial 1 limit z tending to ai. This is d by dz, z minus ai की power 2 1 upon here is z square plus a square. We write z square plus a square is equal to z plus ai, z minus ai. So this is z minus ai का whole square, z plus ai का whole square. This to this cancel out. So this we get from here 1 upon z plus ai का whole square. So d by dz of this one. And differentiation of this is if we put in here denominator power is minus 2, that is minus 2 z plus ai की power minus 3. That can be written as minus 2 upon z plus ai की power 3. Put here z equal to ai, we get minus 2 upon ai plus ai, that is 2ai. So 2ai की power 3, that is equal to minus 2 upon 8a cube I cube. And we can write I cube equal to I into I square, and value of I square is minus 1. So minus 2 minus cancel out, we get 1 upon 4a cube I. Then if the value of this integration by the residue theorem can be written as, complex integration can be written as 2 pi I into sum of residue at all singularity which lie in the given region. Here only one singularity z equal to ai lie in the given region, so and residue is equal to 1 upon 4a cube I. So answer is equal to 2 pi I into 1 upon 4a cube I. This I to I cancel out, we get, and 2 to the 4, so we get pi upon 2a cube. So value of this integration can be written as, value of this integration is given as, this is 1 by 2 is already here, so we get this 1 by 2 into pi upon 2a cube, that is equal to pi upon 4a cube, where we suppose that a is greater than 0. Because when a is greater than 0, then z equal to ai lie in the upper half of the plane. Now we take other example. Evaluate minus infinity to infinity x upon x square plus 1, x square plus 2x plus 2 dx. As we discussed earlier, this integration can be written as integration c z upon z square plus 1, z square plus 2z plus 2 dz, where c is the upper half of the plane. You should write the 1, 2, 3 step for this one. As earlier we write, you write here. So for solving this integration, we put this denominator equal to 0. So we get z square plus 1 equal to 0 and z square plus 2z plus 2 equal to 0. From first factor z square plus 1 equal to 0, we get z square equal to minus 1. That means z equal to plus minus I. So we get plus minus I as the first one. And from second one, we can write z equal to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. That means minus 2 plus minus root b square means 4 minus 4 ac. A is 1 and c is 2. So 4 into 2. From here we get minus 1 plus minus I. If this is the upper half of the plane, and we are saying that the things above this line, this x-axis will be this region, right? So in this we get only z equal to I and minus 1 plus I, because z equal to minus I will be something here, z equal to minus of I, and this minus 1 minus I will be somewhere here minus 1 minus I, and here is minus 1 plus I and something here is I, like this. So the two singularity I and minus 1 plus I lie in this given region, and other two singularity outside the region. So we have to find out the residue at z equal to I and z equal to minus 1 plus I. First we find out singularity z equal to I. The z equal to I is the simple pole, so we can find out the singularity by z equal to I, limit z tending to I, z minus I into f of z. And what is f of z? F of z is z upon z square plus 1. We write z square plus 1 as z plus I and z minus I. Put here z plus I, z minus I, z square plus 2z plus 2. and this z minus I to z minus I cancel out, we cancel out this one, z minus I to z minus I cancel out, we get z upon z plus I, z square plus 2z plus 2. Put here z equal to I. So I, if we put I, then we get I upon I plus I, z plus I means I plus I, z square means I square plus 2I plus 2. I square plus 2I plus 2. Value of I square is minus 1. So minus 1 plus 2, that is 1. So we get I to I cancel out, I upon 2I, I से I cancel कर देंगे तो 1 upon 2, 2I plus 1, इसके कंजुगेट की यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे 2I minus 1, 2I minus 1, so we get minus 1 upon 10, 2I minus 1. We get the residue this one. Now we find out the residue at z equal to minus 1 plus I. So limit z tending to minus 1 plus I, z minus singularity, that means minus 1 plus I into fz. Fz is z upon this one. So z upon this part, z square plus 2z plus 2. This part we can write z minus alpha, z minus beta. And alpha is minus 1 plus I and beta is minus 1 minus I. So we put z minus alpha, alpha means minus 1 plus I and z minus beta means minus 1 minus I and z square plus 1. Again this factor cut down from this to this one, so we get z minus minus 1 minus I. So this is z plus 1 plus I and z square plus 1 and numerator z. Put now z equal to minus 1 plus I. So put here minus 1 plus I upon value of z is minus 1 plus I, 1 plus I, and this z square means minus 1 plus I ka full square plus 1. After solving this, we get minus 1 upon 10, 1 minus 3I. Now the value of this integration by residue theorem can be written as 2 pi I into sum of residue of all singularity which lie in the given region. Only two singularity lie in the region, z equal to I and z equal to minus 1 plus I. So put here the singularity 2 pi I, value of this one is minus 1 upon 10, 2I minus 1, and value of singularity of this one is minus 1 upon 10, 1 minus 3I. Taking minus 1 upon 10 as common, we get 2I minus 1 and plus 1 minus 3I. Minus 1 to minus 1 cancel out, and this minus 3I plus 2I, that is minus of I, right? So minus of I, so this is minus I to into I square. So we get from here that is equal to minus 2 pi I into minus of I upon 10. I into I is I square minus 1, that means हो गया आपके पास pi minus of pi upon 5. तो आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन इज माइनस ऑफ pi upon 5, राइट? अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आए तो आप इसको सब्सक्राइब करें। सब्सक्राइब करने से हमें क्या बेनिफिट होगा कि जो भी हम नया वीडियो अपलोड करेंगे वो आपको उसका नोटिफिकेशन आपके पास आएगा, राइट? थैंक यू वेरी मच।